Okay guys, welcome back. It's Neltech FX again, back with another video. It's been a while since we did our last video, but now we're back again. Gathered up some inspiration and managed to find time from my busy schedule to do another video. So yeah, it's been rough over the past couple of days or months or weeks or whatever, but then now we're back and hopefully we'll be posting a video 3 times a week as promised, which will be one in the beginning of the week, one midweek, and another one Friday night just after the market closes. Let's just get right into the charts. So right now we have a couple of charts that we're going to look at, and from then on, to lay a disclaimer first up is all the trades that I do here according to my own analysis and what I think will happen in the market, but not necessarily what is going to happen in the market. So please, if you're going to take any of these trades, please do your analysis properly and enter the trades at your own risk. Okay. So let's get right into it. We're going to start off with Euro USD. Starting off with Euro USD, I have a buy trade on this one. One of my friends just hit me up a few minutes ago showing me this powerful re-entry that just happened here on H1, where mid BB meets up with all the EM moving averages. So this is what we call the golden setup. So it's kind of moving slow because I entered here on this second candle. So I've been in profit and out of profit. So it's just a matter of patience. The reason I trust this trade so much is because if we go to H4, we have our TP3 lining up right at the top BB, which is lining up with the thingy, with the EMA 50 high, with the EMA 50, not EMA 50 high, sorry about that. So we have EMA 50 and mid BB lining up together, which gives us the impression that on daily we're going to be getting a re-entry sell here. So probably the price is going to come retest this region here. Let me just mark that up for you guys. Probably come retest this region here of TP3 and then continue rolling down because we already have a CSM at this place. So remember, after every CSM we get a re-entry, just like here we have a CSM. After CSM we get a re-entry. So what we're expecting here also is that after the CSM we're going to get the re-entry to rally the market down. So now we're going to wait the worst that could happen, because we always look at the best and the worst scenario that will take place. The worst that would happen is, because we already have a CSD on this time frame here on H4, the worst that could happen is the market would rally down to come give us a CSD re-entry, then continue going up. But the reason I don't think that would happen is because of this thingy. It's kind of short head and shoulders thingy forming up here on H1 also. So we have a, let me zoom this out for you guys. So we have a shoulder, head, and we have another shoulder here. Although this never came up to the neckline, which is what's giving me doubts. I think the market is going to rally up to this neckline here, and then probably give us another shoulder and then continue rallying up, if not down. So so far that is one good trade. If we go back to what we did last time on the last videos, we have USD ZAR, so we have USD ZAR. Remember, we had USD ZAR at it was around 13 rand to the dollar. We did our analysis and it told us that USD ZAR was going back to 15. I remember showing you guys a weekly analysis. It was a monthly. I think, yeah, it was weekly analysis. This weekly re-entry over here. It was this weekly re-entry, and we had a daily extreme. And what we said was the market was going to rally down to 50, rally up to 15 rand. So for everybody who took that trade, congratulations. You should be smiling to the bank right now, because the market did go to 15 rand. In fact, we went to 15.31. The highest was 15.34 to the dollar. And yeah, you should be smiling to the bank right now, because this was one of very good trade. Looking down at the setup, let's just see where we are at the moment. You can see we have a almost said dominant. It's not dominant. It's not dominant. It's one-on-one break. It's a one-on-one break. Sorry about that. So we have a one-on-one break. This is our setup. So you do see we had our TP2 re-entry at this point. It did go to TP3, which is our 15 Rand margin, and so our TP3 has been hit. So right now we'll be looking to go short, and that's what I saw on H4, which was this sort of extreme MTP MLV setup. I need more information before I enter on this, so we'll just have to wait and throughout the week we'll get some confirmation. If we get a CSD here on this setup, we'll definitely be looking for a CSD re-entry to go short. So let's just wait on this one. But for those who took the long, when I told you to take the long, congratulations. Look, moving forward to Euro JPY. Euro JPY is looking quite interesting today. What I see on Euro JPY is you see the setup that I have here with a small head and shoulders going on, which is this other shoulder is just CSD re-entry or CSM re-entry. We have another re-entry over here going down, but then I see the real take profit. This is like a long game trade where the real take profit is down here TP3, which is closing off this gap that happened here a long time ago on the 19th of March. So what we'll be looking forward and doing is holding this trade up to here. If you're going to enter short, you're going to have to wait for this re-entry here on daily. So right now we shouldn't enter short at the moment. So what we're looking for is to enter that short there on daily, which is we're waiting for this bounce to come hit here, the bounce off of top BB and EMA 50 to go short. And then when we get that, our entry point, and then we hold this trade up to this levels here of probably 117.116, which is our take profit level. I feel like this is gonna get to this point. We just have TP2. After TP2, there's usually a re-entry, which is I think what's gonna happen here on daily. So that's pretty much what I have at the moment. We will need more information on this trade to see what exactly we need to do, but at the moment I see a daily re-entry taking us to this level here on TP3 to close off the gap. Moving on forward, this is pretty much the same thing. We have a beautiful setup here, similar to Euro JPY. Head, shoulder, head, shoulder, head, shoulder. It's moving down, but at the moment we have a dominant break. This is the first candle to break it. So you can see the TP3 is also closing off the gap here at the bottom. The gap is over here around the 19th of March also. So TP3 is also closing off the gap here on Euro CHF. So what we'll need to do is wait for TP3. Same thing as Euro JPY. What we're gonna do here is just wait for this re-entry on daily, and then we're gonna have a setup to go short. Moving on to USD MXN. USD MXN has been a very interesting pair. I had a long on this, a very beautiful long, but now I feel like we're supposed to go short. Reason being that I was waiting for this re-entry on weekly to take place, and it did take place. All my take profits are hit, and we have this I think we had a video on this, didn't we? Yeah, I think we did. The re-entry on weekly, the daily, our extremes are there, the rejecting of thingy of top BB, but at the same time we have extreme B, where the market is just rejecting of thingy, just leaving wicks outside top BB. One of my students taught me this. So we have extreme B, so it's still RE, and then we have an MLV on H4. So because we've already missed the MLV here, because our entry point was probably supposed to be around at this point here, or when it retested top EMAs. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have to wait for a CSD re-entry. It's not a big deal. Just allow yourself to lose the couple of pips that are leaving you at the moment. Probably a CSM re-entry or a CSD re-entry. Let's just see how far we're gonna have to wait for that to happen. I think we're gonna have to wait. I mean how far this is gonna go down for, because I think this is gonna ride down for a while. Let me do this properly. Let me not rob. Let me not just estimate with my eyes exactly. I was wrong. Is that a candlestick? Yes, it is. If it's a candlestick, then it's gonna be here. So you see that's still valid. So we still need to hit TP3, which is down here. So if you play the long game, then this is the setup you're gonna use. But if you're more of the short game guy, we're gonna have to go look at H4 and see that what we're gonna have to wait for right here is dependent on what happens on this candlestick. If you play the short game, this is what we're gonna do. This, according to FMCBR, this is EL3. Yeah, this is EL3. I almost said EL2. This is EL3. So we pass CB1, we pass CB2, and then we come retest the IB the mother candle, and then after retesting that, we're going down. So with FMCBR, we'll pull this back. We haven't even hit TP1 yet. We have hit TP1, so what we're going to be looking for is TP2 and 3. So this is still a very good trade if you're going USDMXN short. Just wait for the setup. Just wait for the setup, because you missed the retest here at this point. Just wait for the setup and enter. Moving on, I don't have a setup on this. Let me just look at it and see if we can deduce something. I'm just doing this off the top of my head. I didn't prepare for this one. Let's not do. I don't see a setup anyway. There might be a setup that you see. Just leave it on the comments and we'll check it out. And if you have some setups that you want me to confirm, just leave them in the comments, and then the moment I see the notification, I'll definitely check it out. There seems to be some movement on USD pairs, because USD just suddenly gained strength over the past couple of days. I'm seeing a huge wave of the USD pairs pulling back, like it's shorting now. And I think that's all we have for today. GBP USD, I think that's all we have for today. But the most interesting pair was USD-ZAR. That's what inspired me to do this video, that I talked about USD-ZAR with you guys, that it's gonna get to 15 at TP3. And if you took that trade, man, congratulations, man. You deserve to take yourself out on a date or something. Oh yeah, here's one. GBP JPY. So for GBP JPY, I had this set up a long time ago. I was waiting for this. I think, yeah, we have a video on this. I was waiting for this re-entry here on daily. It didn't happen. It happened later on. At this point, it was actually a powerful re-entry, and it rallied down like this to TP3. Now we're at TP3. What now? We also have a CSM showing that there's still momentum in the market. But you know that at TP3 the market has to rally back, right? So we'll be looking for opportunities to buy this, to go back up, because what I think will happen is, at the moment, I think GBP is gonna go back up. We already have a setup, by the way, right? This is okay, not yet. I think here we have to wait. It's either it's gonna go back up, but we need to wait for a setup. But if you also saw this trade, congratulations, you're good. You need to take yourself out. So we'll continue putting up setups like this. I'll definitely need to be more prepared for the next video, but my point was just to show you guys what we're getting up to, and how accurate our setups have been over the past couple of days. Besides that, our Euro USD is back in profit. So if you see this this video before, like in the next hour, please definitely take the trade. Thank you.